You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have got some news for you about Miss Esme Prince, the formerly evil and now amnesiac baby mama of Nikolas Cassadine and ex-girlfriend of Spencer Cassadine. She is going to run to see Heather Weber very soon. You know, Esme is one of those, for me, one of those incredible villains on GH that you just love to hate because she is so good at being so bad. But, you know, she went too far afield and she kind of turned into this mega villain that they were going to have a hard time redeeming. And so they wrote her this redemption storyline kind of at a high cost. It's very typical soapy trope. Remember, Nikolas had her locked away pregnant in a tower at Wyndemere, and then she took a dive off of one of the parapets to get away from him, and that resulted in her current and seemingly permanent state of amnesia. But official spoilers for GH for the week of July 17th say that Esme goes looking for answers. And I expect that those answers are going to come from her hellish mom, Heather Weber. We're going to dig into this and tell you what we think is going to happen with her and Heather and why this is so important on GH. If you have not, please reach down, click that subscribe button before we continue on so you don't miss any of our GH spoilers, news, and more. And let's talk about this. So, you know, it's kind of strange, this vibe that Esme is giving whenever she spends time around Spencer Cassadine. If you don't remember, Spencer met Esme when they were both in boarding school and they fell into a relationship. Then it came out way, way later, after we found out that Ryan Chamberlain was Esme's father, that he was the one who specifically sent her to that boarding school with a mission to worm her way into Spencer's life. And of course, this was all about ultimately getting Nikolas away from Ava so that Ryan could have Ava. But nonetheless, that's why she began dating him. And so, you know, we don't really know if she would have been organically attracted to Spencer if she'd not been giving marching orders by her serial killer daddy. So based on the vibe we're seeing right now with them, though, I think that Esme probably would have been attracted to Spencer. First of all, he's gorgeous. They did such a good job with the recast and the Saurus, the soap opera rapid aging syndrome. Nikolas Chavez is a total hunk. So whether Esme would have been attracted to him in her boarding school days if she hadn't had marching orders from Ryan is one thing, but right now she is definitely crushing on Spencer. Initially, remember, she was really protective and she didn't want him really spending time with little baby Ace, but now she's fully using that baby as a way to spend more time with her son's big brother. She's also using Ace to interfere with Spencer's alone time with Trina Robinson. We saw that the other day when Trina had come over to watch a movie, but then Esme was all like, oh, I can't get him to sleep. Can you sing to him? And then Trina just, walked out. And there's just a lot of forces at play here. Like, for instance, Trina's mom, Portia Robinson, who is actively encouraging Esme's crush on Spencer. She is hoping that if she gets Esme to pursue Spencer, that it's going to break up him and Trina. Taggart and Curtis both warned Portia, don't do this, but she's not listening. And even though Curtis was just shot and could possibly die, and then there's this whole question of if he lives, will he be paralyzed? She is back at it next week. Official General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, July 19th say that she is talking to Spencer. She is scheming directly with Spencer. And then the day after that is when Esme goes looking for answers. And, right now, Esme is very frustrated. She's kind of sick and tired of being punished for the bad deeds of what she feels like is almost like her doppelganger, like her evil twin. Because right now, Esme is genuinely amnesiac and doesn't remember what she did. So she feels like she's being punished for someone else's actions. And on Tuesday's General Hospital, that's July 11th, Josslyn Jacks confronts her and says a bunch of nasty things about her when she sees her coming out of parenting class with Spencer. Josh is just like her mom, Carly. She never minces words. She doesn't care about the amnesia. As far as Joss is concerned, that's evil old Esme that filmed her and sent it out to the whole school after drugging Trina, and she just has zero sympathy. And so based on that confrontation and just a lot of things that people keep saying to her, Esme she wants some of these holes in her memory filled in. She wants to know what she did, but I think she wants to be told it in a way of like someone telling you history, reading you dispassionately from like a history book. She's not going to get her history without a bunch of emotion and personal perception if it comes from, say, Spencer or Joss or from Trina or anybody else that she victimized. Esme needs to hear it from somebody who is at least going to, be a devil's advocate for her. So the last time we saw Heather Weber, she had just confessed to being the hook killer. That was like, I think in March of this year. And, it was pretty obvious that the hook victims revolved around Esme Prince. And that's because it was Heather punishing people who had either hurt Esme or had simply gotten in Esme's way or could have hurt her. And so right now, Heather is over at Darkham Asylum for the criminally insane because, she's criminally insane. Poor Esme. I mean, her gene pool is like the La Brea tar pits. It is dark. It is slimy. It is toxic if you touch it. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see Ali Mills back with new scenes as Heather Weber. So after Heather had been sent to Darkham, Esme was still at Spring Ridge. And then right before the charges were dropped and Esme got out, Heather sent her a letter there. And at first Esme threw it down, but then she went back and later read it. And I don't know if they ever revealed the contents of the letter or just the address that it was from Heather. If you remember what the contents were, I just don't think that they revealed it. Let us know in the comments, but I think she just read it and kept it to herself. So she's got the contact information for her awful biological mom. And with Laura Spencer gone out of town, she really doesn't have anybody empathetic, a mother figure who's on her side. And Laura might have been someone that would have told Esme some of the things she did, but without delivering it with nastiness and judgment. I think Laura would have been somebody good for Esme to go to, but she is over in Chesnia chasing Cassadine mysteries. So her real mom is available. She's not very maternal. She's not very loving. I mean, she would clearly kill for her, but I don't think she has a lovable bone in her body. But the GH spoilers for Thursday, July 20th say Esme seeks answers. And this also coincides with casting news that Ali Mills returned to GH to shoot more scenes as Heather Weber. She confirmed it in an interview with Michael Fairman, although she did not list off the dates. So here's some other information about Esme and Heather. We're going to share that in 1 second, but real quick, please click a like if you are enjoying this video. And if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our GH updates, spoilers, and more. So the one good thing about Esme going to see Crazy Heather Weber is that her mom will fill in the gaps in her memory because Heather knows a whole lot about what went on with her and she's not going to judge her for her past. In fact, in a very twisted manner, Heather might even applaud a lot of those, terrible things that her daughter did because Heather is wicked herself. She's a serial killer in her own right, as is Esme's dad. So the real problem could come, though, if Heather isn't honest with her and she kind of twists some of the retelling of these stories around for some dark purpose to serve her own agenda. And we all know Heather is crazy enough to do that. But hopefully she will tell her the truth. And maybe talking to Heather will loosen, whatever clog is up in Esme Prince's brain that's keeping her memories from coming back. I mean, we definitely expect her memories to come back, but then we also anticipate that Esme will hide it and pretend that she's still an amnesiac so she can get away with what she wants, because nothing good can come of her admitting to anyone if and when her memories come back. And that may all kick off with the return of heinous Heather Weber very soon on General Hospital. What do you think? Are you excited to see Heather back and her spending quality time with her daughter?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.